Everyone thinks if they have bigger biceps, they automatically have bigger arms. But you've been lied to. Your biceps only make up a third of your arm, and a bigger fraction of your arm is actually made up of your triceps. So in order to have big arms, your key focus should be on building developed triceps. I spent the past 8 years obsessively building my triceps, figuring out which exercises develop the most explosive growth and which ones you probably shouldn't waste your time with. Stick around and I'm gonna save you years of frustration. Now in this video, I'll be telling you the best and the worst exercises that you could be doing for your triceps. But before we start, you're gonna have to know how your triceps actually work. Now there's 3 heads in the triceps, hence the word tri. We have the long head, which makes your tricep look really big from the back. We have the lateral head, which add to the croissant shape that you want. And we have the medial head, which adds shape to the entirety of your arm. Now, as we're going through these exercises, keep these separate parts in mind so you can proportionally build your triceps. So now that you're more familiar with your physiology, let's get into the first exercise. Hop over to the cables because we're doing overhead cable triceps extension. Now it's a similar movement to the different variations of the tricep pushdowns that you're used to in bending your arms back and forth. But there's a key difference. You move your arms up over your head. While it targets your overall triceps, it really puts a focus on your long head. That's because the long head crosses your shoulder and elbow joint. A simpler way to think about it is all 3 heads of my tricep help me extend my elbow, but my long head helps me extend my shoulder. I mean, you can try it out for yourself. Raise your arm up. You should feel a really deep stretch in your triceps. That's your long head working. And that's exactly why it gets so much tension in this exercise, making it the best exercise for your long head. Now, a worse version is just the dumbbell version of this exercise. I mean, it provides a good stretch. However, let's look at the tension profile. Where do you think most of the tension is placed? If you said the bottom, you'd be correct. But the bad thing is, there's practically 0 tension at the top. It's also really uncomfortable to perform, in my opinion, making it a worse version of the cable one. So I would definitely opt for the cable variant of this exercise. That said, dumbbell overhead extension is one of the worst exercises for your triceps. For our next exercise, grab a barbell or an easy bar and a bench because we're doing skull crushers. Now the good thing about this exercise is that they offer really high tension when your tricep is most stretched. And a secret tip, if you arc the bar back behind your head instead of stopping the bar at your skull, you'll get an even bigger stretch on your triceps. Now they feel great in my opinion when performed with an easy bar because they take away some of that tension that's placed on your wrist. They're super easy to overload because you can just add some weight as you get stronger. This is a great exercise, especially if your gym doesn't have that many cable stands. That puts the skull crushers into our best spot for your triceps. Now don't leave the bench yet because a worse version of this exercise is the JM press. It just combines the close grip bench and a skull crusher, but instead of lowering the bar behind your head or stopping at your head, you just bring it down to your chin. Now this exercise gets a lot of hype, but I just don't like it. It puts so much strain on my wrist and my elbows, and I always end up walking away with a whole lot of elbow pain. Now you remember your long head? It's not gonna get stimulated as much as it would on the skull crushers because you're not able to bend your elbows to the degree that you are on the skull crushers. Now it could be a good exercise for strength, but from a hypertrophy standpoint, it just doesn't tick the boxes. So it's going into our worst spot for your tricep exercises. All right. Back over to the cables because we're doing cable tricep kickbacks. Now this is one of the only exercises that trains your triceps while your arm is behind your torso. Now this is really important because your long head is really contracted here. The cable provides nice even tension and your medial head and lateral head will be fully contracted here too. I personally just focus on getting a really good squeeze on these. They feel great and they're taking their rightful place as one of the best exercises for your triceps. Now on the flip side, let's look at a dumbbell variation of these. Dumbbell tricep kickbacks is just a worse exercise in every single department possible. Now, the dumbbell provides 0 tension when your tricep is stretched, and it provides the most tension when your tricep is contracted. But remember, we want the tension in the stretch position as well. So because of the lack of tension, it's just a worse exercise. But wait, do you know how to lose body fat in just 3 weeks? Well, click this video right here where I'll share all the secrets with you for free. Now, if you're ready to turn this information into results, but it's just a little too difficult to piece everything together, then I've got something for you. Click the link in the description and apply for my one-on-one coaching
where I'll take all the guesswork out of your diet and your routine, so all you have to do is follow the plan given to you and you'll see results.